Trading places. Breakfast Richard Westcott is in Morley Market near Leeds. He's on the lookout for bargains.
Yeah, the big shops might be struggling, but the markets aren't. As part of our business tour of Britain, talking to people who are driving the economy, we're going to be talking to the market traders.
News if it happens.
Yeah.
Very good news. Now, we've heard from Aaron this morning about how the big high street retailers are being hit by the credit crunch. What about the smaller businesses then?
Well, Breakfast is on the road across Britain this week to find out just how painful the economic downturn is. It depends where you are, really.
It does, because yesterday Richard Westcott was in a beautiful Derbyshire village where he had a lovely haircut. Today he's at Morley Market near Leeds and he's on the lookout for a bargain. Found anything yet? Morning, Richard.
Found plenty, actually. That's the joy of markets, isn't it? It's interesting hearing Aaron talk about how the shops are struggling, because it's not the same in the markets. Now, we've looked at industry, we've looked at the rural economy. Today, we're going to be talking to people like Jeff, who run the market stalls. But first, I'm in Morley. If you don't know a lot about it, here's a quick guide. Around 5 miles south of Leeds, Morley's home to about 50,000 people. There were more than 50 textile mills here in its industrial heyday. Some are still there, restored. The town hall has featured in Heartbeat and Emmerdale. We're in the indoor market today, which has been there since around the 1880s. Oh, and the Christmas decorations are already up. Yes, happy Christmas. See, the Christmas decorations up in town, we were noticing, Jeff.
Yeah, never positive.
Now, you've been doing this for 30 years. You've seen other recessions. What have things been like for you the last couple of months?
Well, it's been much the same, really. It's difficult. I've just extended my store. It's twice the space that I had before because I'm feeling positive about markets in general, and especially Morley Market. There's some wonderful stalls in here. There's some fantastic prices, and markets generally are a good place to shop when times are difficult, when money's tight.
Have you found that in the past when you've
Yes, indeed. I find that you get more people looking for bargains, more people coming out, and instead of shopping the regular places, shopping centres, malls, etc., they are looking into shopping into markets, so I'm getting ready and getting prepared.
Now, obviously, you must chat a lot to your customers. I mean, what are they saying to you about money? Are people kind of coming in saying, you know, what's the best bargain you've got? Or what are people talking about?
Yes, I think people are constantly looking for bargains, and I'm constantly rearranging my prices and keeping an eye on things and trying to keep the prices low, because that's the essence of a market. To have high street fashions at market prices and to attract people coming in. People are constantly saying, well, telling me about prices elsewhere and how much they are, and I'm pleased that I'm about half that price and working towards carrying that on.
What's your personal view of what's going on? Do you think it's as bad as, you know, everyone, including the press, keeps kind of making out, or are we hyping it up a bit?
Yeah, I'm not taking millions and therefore not losing millions, you know, but it does affect you. You've got to work twice as hard to keep things going. That's what happens in a recession. But I'm quite prepared to do that, you know, and I think a lot of market traders are. They're hard-working people. They go out there looking for bargains, and I say it is difficult, and you see these things through, and you try your best, really.
OK, thanks very much. Let's get slightly the bigger picture now by talking to Ray, who runs this market and various others around the country. We'll have a little walk around. They're not quite open yet. But what have you found nationwide around this? It's England and Wales you've got markets, isn't it?
That's right. We've got 35 markets based throughout England and Wales, and we're seeing quite a strong return to extremely good value shopping that markets offer.
I mean, is there anywhere specifically in the country where you've had a lot more business?
Our Luton market has seen a 20% rise in footfall through there. Morley as a whole over the last 2 years is probably far busier than it's been, probably for the last 10 years.
Again, what's your gut instinct about what's going on at the moment? How long do you think this might go on for?
I think we're set for probably a run of 2 years where it's going to be extremely difficult. And because of the difficulties in the economy, people are going to search for real value for money, and that's where markets really can score. OK, Ray, thanks very much. So that's two perspectives there. We'll be talking to the butchers later, a guy who runs an electrical stall and so on. So we get the full picture of what's going on in the economy. Back to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Richard. Look forward to that.
Much more to come.
Well, the big shops might be hurt, but it looks like it's the markets that are benefiting. We're going to be talking to market traders in a few minutes' time.
What about the smaller businesses, though?
We've been on the road across Britain this week. We haven't, actually, to be fair, have we?
Well, as a programme.
OK, all right. We're finding out how people are surviving the credit crunch.
Well, yesterday, Richard Westcott was in a beautiful Derbyshire village getting a haircut. Today he's at Morley Market near Leeds on the lookout for a bargain, and I hope getting a bacon sarnie or something like that this morning.
Nice.
Oh, nearly.
Sausage sarnie.
Well, hopefully in a little bit, yeah. I'll tell you why we've got all these out in a second. But it's interesting what Aaron's saying. Some of the big shops really hurting. Obviously, it's not the cases in the market. Where do you go if you want to save a few quid? Well, you go to your market. This is Charlie. You've been a butcher here for, decades, haven't you?
Yes,
30
yes.
years or so. What have you noticed in the last couple of months?
The credit crunch, obviously it's everybody, but what it is with Morley, they tend to stick local. Like I've got local restaurants what back us up, local people, they're great, you know what I mean, they're a nice set of bunch, like, so...
And you've noticed people are coming in, and this is the kind of stuff they're buying. These are the sort of cheaper cuts, cheaper meats. People are getting a bit more savvy about how to save a few quid, haven't they? What have we got here?
Yeah, like throughout week it tends to be like your liver, which is healthy food. Sausage, obviously, kids like sausage. And then we go for a nice lean mince, which is also healthy because there's no fat in that.
And you've noticed younger people are coming in?
Yeah, obviously, especially like younger couples, they're calling once a month, they do the monthly shopping, they fill up, we bag it up for them, and then they do a monthly shop and try to save money.
Everyone's getting like their parents, aren't they? That's what you used to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're in Morley this morning. I've got to go and run over to another market trader we're going to be talking to in a second. While I do that, here's a quick guide to Morley. Around 5 miles south of Leeds, Morley's home to about 50,000 people. There were more than 50 textile mills here in its industrial heyday. Some are still there, restored. The town hall has featured in Heartbeat and Emmerdale. We're in the indoor market today, which has been there since around the 1880s. Oh, and the Christmas decorations are already up. OK, we've just about got over there. I want to quickly talk to Ray. Ray, you own the market, or your company owns the market. What's the overall picture across England and Wales?
Well, we operate 35 markets throughout England and Wales, and we're seeing quite a noticeable upturn in footfall throughout our markets.
Absolutely. I just want to talk to Richard as well, if we can squeeze him in. Richard, again, you've been running this business for, what, 40 years?
44 years in Morley.
You've seen a few sort of downturns and so on.
Ups and downs,
What's your take on it all?
The credit crunch at the moment, I haven't really seen anything. I mean, the fuel costs have gone up for my deliveries, and some of the appliances have gone up in price, but regarding customers, we seem to be doing quite well at the moment, you know.
Are people talking about it when they come in?
Yes, they are, and I think a lot of people now are shopping locally as well, you know. And the market's a great place to shop.
I mean, this is obviously, it's electrical gear. It might be the kind of stuff you put off buying if money's a bit tight. So you haven't noticed any kind of...
I mean, the major appliances, we've been doing quite well recently. We're very lucky. We're the only electrical shop in Morley, to tell you the truth, so that does help, of course, yeah.
So business good. Brilliant.
I can't complain.
OK, so again, interesting contrast. Aaron's saying some of the bigger shops are really hurting, but the market's doing well out of it.